Welcome to the channel and this new Let's Play for the Vidi Et Impera 1.2.4, and we are going to be playing as Rome. This is a faction that I've wanted to play for in the Vidi Et Impera for some time. I am aware that some of you don't like long introductions, so I'm going to put a timestamp up now for any of you guys who want to jump forward into the main campaign. For any of you who've decided to remain, welcome. And this introduction is going to consist of three parts. First, I'm going to talk about the submods I'm going to be using with the campaign. The second part, I'm going to be talking about the objectives, and of course the third part, we're actually going to introduce the faction and families that we're going to be using. First, the submods. I only used two submods. The first submod is the English names for units in the game. I use it simply because it makes it more easier for you guys to follow when I'm talking about units, because some of the ancient names aren't intuitive, like say for missile units in Cav. That's the reason why I use the submod. The second submod is a bit more complicated. It's the historical families submod. Now, if any of you guys are not aware that when you play Rome and Carthage, you've got to use a submod which is linked to the family you want to play in order to get the historical characters to appear in your campaign. Now, I'm going to be playing as Junia. Therefore, what I've done is, before I started this game, I went into my mod manager and I've now enabled the Junia submod. For reference, guys, is if you want to play a Roman family, you've got to find the relevant submod for the family you want to play, which would be Julia, Junii, or Cornelia. And if you want to play Carthage, you have to choose the relevant family for Carthage. That's the way the submod works. And personally, I think if you're going to play Rome or Carthage, if you play without the historical family submod, you're missing out on a key element of the game. Now, if you're not sure if you've got the submod enabled, if you look here, if you didn't have the submod enabled, what you'd have is the generic names for the families down here. I think it's Equities and I can't remember the other ones. So that's the giveaway that you've got the submod enabled. But be careful to make sure you've got the right version for the family, otherwise you won't get the characters appearing in your game. So submods out of the way, let's get on to the objectives of this campaign. Well, this campaign's got two key objectives. The first one is pretty straightforward. We're going to try and set out and recreate the Roman Empire. So I'm not going to pay too much attention to the victory conditions, because you can see the military conditions don't include Egypt. I think for Egypt up here, Egypt is over here, and I think Syria and the Middle East. So we're not going to follow the victory conditions. What I'm going to do is try and recreate the Roman Empire, or go a little bit better, and then we'll see which one of those conditions actually drops out. Therefore, that is the main objective of the campaign. But the secondary objective of the campaign is that I've been going through the Steam achievements, and I didn't realise that I had some pretty glaring gaps in the Steam achievements. So I've come up with a list of about 8 I want to get. Now, I'm not going to be able to get all of them, I don't think, for reasons I will explain, but there are a couple, for example, like the Great Library, which says research all available technologies. To be honest, I hadn't realised that I hadn't done that. Therefore, I certainly want to go for that. There's also another one called Rome was not built in a day, and I think that is a key word. It says fully expand and upgrade a province capital. So we're certainly going to be looking to really build up Rome and make it the capital of the empire. Those are the more straightforward achievements which I feel I can get. Now, there is one here which I'm going to throw into the mix, guys, but I've got reservations whether I'm going to be able to do it. These are all related to fighting battles with no auto-resolving, but you've got to win all the battles. Of course, the top one is Veni, Vidi, Vici, which means you've got to not fight every single battle and win every one. Well, I think that might be a bit of a tall order, but there are a couple other ones. I think one is every day I'm not auto-resolving. I think if you can lose up to 10 battles to get that. So we're going to start off at the beginning of the campaign with the intention to try and achieve at least one of those. If things go badly, given the start of the Roman campaign, well, that's the way it goes. We don't get the achievement. So I think that is the objectives out the way. Now let's get down to the real nitty gritty of what we're actually going to be playing. So we're going to be playing as Rome. It says Rome will rule the world and it is our destiny has always been. And you can see the Roman traits are +1 recruitment slot for all provinces. That means you're able to really push out the armies really quickly. You get +1 food for all provinces. That is a key impact as the empire expands, that you gain this food in every province you do. That can make a big difference as you push out and expand. Now moving on to factions, there's 3 families. You've got the Junia, the Junii and Cornelia. In the actual campaign there's a 4th family called the Plebeians, but they are non-playable. Now we're going to be playing as the Julia simply because I like the name. I've got a feeling for the family, and jumping down here you can see that their traits are their barbarian subduers, increased melee attack during battles against barbarian trials, Romanization, increased cultural conversion. I think that is a very powerful trait for the mid to late game as you expand, because you take the Roman culture with you. Now we've got cultural oppressors, increased public order penalties due to the presence of foreign cultures. Now this can be a bit of a pain if you expand too fast, because what you have to do is expand and consolidate. So that's the traits for Julia. For any of you guys who are interested, these are the other ones here. I think the second most useful one to play is Junii. I think Cornelia's traits are pretty weak in some degree, and I think what you'll see there is that except for the Junia, you don't get much in the way. So public order will be an issue to begin with. The start date is as normal, 278 BC. The starting challenge is normal, and game difficulty will be playing on hard. This is the setting I really enjoy, so it's going to be hard campaign difficulty, battle difficulty normal, simply because, as I've said it in many times before, I want to experience the mechanics of the games. I find going up to very hard or legendary, you end up building a very stereotypical city, very stereotypical army, and I suppose in some ways there is another objective in this campaign, is that I want to play with the auxiliary recruitment of the Rome campaign. I have watched a couple of people play in Roman campaigns, and one thing I have noticed is that there's always a focus on the Roman units rather than the auxiliary units, and what I would like to do is push out a bit more flavour into the armies as the empire expands, so that we can get in some auxiliary units. I think that'd be a really interesting aspect to explore. And I think I've rambled on long enough, guys, so what we're going to do is we're just going to start the campaign. I'm going to edit out the load section, so I will join you on the campaign map. Welcome to the campaign map, and you can see we've got the usual start of campaign mission. Objective issued: completely control 3 provinces, either by direct ownership or through client states and military allies. And if we do that, we get 2,500 sesterces. And it is very easy to obtain in the Roman campaign, simply because we've got the 3 main provinces we're going to be interested in, which is Italia here, Latium here, and Liguria up here. That's going to be our first target. I didn't show you the flyover overview simply because it relates to the vanilla game and not to Vidi et Impera, so I'll give you my own version. Our first target is up here against the Etruscan League, and then of course we've got the real pain down here, which is Epirus, which is something we're going to need to deal with very early on, and it's going to be a bit of a challenge seeing that we've actually got to fight and win every single battle. And the other thing I also want to check first, let's get in here, politics. What have we got here? We've got an agriculturalist and a bigot and a pacifist leader. He's going to be a pain in the neck, because he's going to have -5 loyalty for every faction we're at war with. This guy's a populist. Populist is not a problem, because that's just if I bump the tax rate. He's a traditionalist for each province where the culture is dominant. That will certainly pile up over time. He likes Greeks. Plus for each Greek faction which we have diplomatic treaties with. He's a bigot, which means one for each player the culture is not dominant, and he's also a pacifist. I wouldn't say it's the best selection of traits. This is a permanent pacifist role, can be problematic over time, so we need to get these guys in early. And of course we're going to start as a republic. We could change to a reform republic, but I actually quite like this. Plus 20% public order penalties due to the presence of foreign cultures. -10 loyalty for all political parties. That's going to be a bit of a pain, but that +2 public order and +2 cultural conversion. Experience, I think we can live with that. Because the next thing I need to do is just get into here. This is something I always forget doing, because the moment the battle difficulty is on hard, we're going to drop that down to normal. So that's the general admin done. Now we need to think a little bit about what we need to do, because I need to win every battle. Ah, that's true. Where is my faction leader? In fact, who is my faction leader? Gaius Fabricus Lucinius. He's in Consentia. You're in completely the wrong place, mate. You're absolutely no good. So the first thing we're going to do is replace you with a general that... Cornelia. I think we'll put this guy in here, so if he dies in the first 20 turns we can deal with it. We may actually get rid of the pacifist. I'm just going to hire you up. Now the next thing I want is you to get up to about here, so that you can keep an eye on that. I know there's going to be an army up there. I want my spy down here. Keep an eye on Epirus. I always start this army here with the elephants. The elephants are the biggest problem of all. Research. I want to go straight for the dignitary, so we'll get that done straight away. We'll bring this army up here. And of course, because Rome, just to show you guys. Oops, thank you. Rome, if you show you the traits for Rome here, you can see the Roman capital actually acts as a barracks, so you don't need to build any military stuff here. And I think I want a second Principes, and I think we'll just get a front line. Actually, yeah, I just think we'll just get a front line like that. I could really do with some cav. I think I've got another way to deal with the cav. We certainly want that, and we want that to get some food going, because we're going to need to use the bread and games edict once we take that. I think we can open up this. And I certainly want that in there. We're going to need artillery as early as possible. This is going to mean cash, so I think we're going to go that. This is food, and I think we'll get the salt mine in there. Now I'm not going to build up anything at all here. I mean, you can just come out for the moment to slow up the public order. Well, I suppose I could, but then I think I'd rather take up Rome, because that would give us an extra 300 odd. Yep, I think we'll just pop Rome there. I think that's about all we can do for first turn, but we need to do the diplomacy. Always forget about diplomacy. You guys give me a trade agreement. Yes. I want to push the... Nope.
You have the heart of a merchant,
Okay.
my friend. A merchant. We do not want your gold. A tidy sum, to be sure, but our hearts are full of courage, not lust for gold.
Got there in the end. We got these guys. Will give us a trade agreement.
We will speak together.
I won't push me luck so much this time. Let's go for 900. Yep, they've accepted. Liguriia. I think because of Epirus, we'll see if we can get in. I mean, I'm only going to get trade agreements with these guys. They're relatively easy to break, and I want to keep these guys on side until I've actually beaten Epirus.
Greetings, friend. We will speak together.
Nope, okay, you're not interested.
Sure that your wares will
That's just
find
put
out.
you the top of my target
I am
list.
honoured to receive this embassy, and will listen with interest to all you
Right.
have to say.
Oh, still high. Right, I'm not going to push my luck any further than that. Actually gives us a little bit of cash to spend. Maybe there is some mileage in actually taking that up, because that will increase the garrison. At the moment the garrison is 11. If I take that up, it's going to take it to, it's only going to take it up 1, isn't it? Maybe Consentia. At the moment you're a level, and if I take this up, this would give me more cash, and it will also take the garrison to 14. I think that might be the better option with this army. So that, and I think what I'm going to do is spike in a couple of guys like that. Yep, actually I think what I would do is cancel that, hang on to the money, and put the investment into troops. Yeah, I think that might be the better way forward. And we're just going to hang on to that little bit of cash for the moment. Just going to go for an end turn. The reason I'm hanging on to the cash is that I want to be able to recruit more troops into this army to attack Arretium. Okay, returned home. Wait, just get you up onto the border. And nope, don't want you just yet. And you're my faction leader. I want you in and hired. And what we're going to get is more. I think. No. Cancel that. Go with that. So that give me 2 slingers and this front line. Now the next thing I want to do is get in here, and this is the plebeians, the rest of these. So I want to now get you in as a cavalry general. He's going to be my 2nd cavalry unit when we attack up here. Just going to pop. So these guys are still recruiting. This army isn't going to win that much in the way of rewards. I think now it's time to take this up, I think. And maybe we'll just drop another cheap unit in here. The idea is for this army is to deter any ideas of Emperors coming down here. We'll just deploy there. And just have a quick look at the family. You want to get married. Do you seek spouse? She'll pursue like, wow, -1 gravitas per turn, thank you. 2 gravitas per turn, 2 loyalty, 2 public order. Yeah, that will work. Got a 4% chance of avoiding enemy agents. I think that might be a good start. She's going to get nothing there. Oh, you've got a 4% chance. You've actually got, okay. So we've got our faction leader married. You can get married as well, but I don't think I could spend the money. Who's the unhappiest one of all? No, you're all happy at the moment. I think I'll keep the marriage until I need it. So I'm just going to go for an end turn. This guy's returned home. Now I've got a problem here in the fact that Epirus has pushed out to attack here. And also it looks a bit like the this army has run away. So we're going to have to chase them, which is going to be a pain in the neck. You can play at this. You're going to come back here and we're going to have to hire you. Yeah, you got a garrison of 12. And Sentia's got there. And I think we're just going to intimidate the Epirus a little bit like that. And I think if I move, you can move to there. So if I bring this army up to about here, pose a threat to Tarsus, that much should drive them back. Because what we're going to have to do now is chase these idiots around the map. This is going to be a pain in the neck.
Let them cower before Rome.
And we're going to have to fight without the extra cavalry support. Okay. And of course, no auto-resolve, so we're going to have to fight this. Losing that cavalry is going to be... they're going to come out onto the field. Now we're going to be a bit careful where they bring in their reinforcements now, because the army is going to be reinforcing. So I'm not worried about the garrison. What I want to destroy is the army. We're going to start deployment. We've got a bit of a slope up here. Now, in theory, the river's there, so the army should be coming in from behind, but you can never guarantee that with. And I think what we're going to do is just put in a big front line like this. And I think you guys can break. And I'm just going to keep the slinger up here and the Terrari there. And what we're going to do is just advance everyone up to here. I do need to keep an eye out.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Yes, but where from? And of course we can't see. But they should come from there, because I don't know if we can see a bridge or anything over there. Well, I'm just going to speed up a little bit, guys. I'm just going to be here forever. I mean, we do have the advantage of height. Right, I got a quick flash over there. Just going to slow it up now.
General! Triarii! Principe and waiting!
Right, I would guess that that's heavy infantry. Some heavy cav there.
Your orders.
And that could be a problem. And they've got.
Romans, ready for duty.
Going to bring Principes up here. Obviously moves slower than. Need to keep the line together.
For the gods, ready and waiting. At the double.
Yeah, I think what we will do is reorientate this line like that. Let's keep bringing the Principes up.
In the name of Rome. Principes! Your orders. Orders. We obey. Commander. Ordinance. Commander. Your orders. At speed.
Okay. I definitely think their reinforcements are coming in there. I just don't really want to go down in the trees. Let's get the Principes in position. I definitely think they're in this corner. The Triarii, you support this side. You guys just start to move forward. And you guys move forward a little bit.
Sons of Mars, for the gods.
I mean, we've got discipline formation, we've got these. And right. Oops. You guys just keep moving forward. Slingers on this side. Triarii slingers on this side. Cav. There's bound to be some units here. The problem's going to be breaking through. I mean, I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring the general over here, because they seem to have more slingers on this side.
Infantry, at the command. We await your command. Missile infantry ready. Triarii.
Let the Triari get into position.
Sons of Mars!
General, this way. I mean, they could have more out in this direction. We need to be aware of that.
Ready!
We're the attacking force, so
Missiles awaiting targets! Heavy slingers! General! Brave Romans to a man! Extemplar! Commander! Levy slingers! Romans, ready for duty and waiting. Orders?
you guys move forward as a block. Oops.
Spearmen at the ready!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Forward formation! Levy! Fire on the... Pike infantry, ready and waiting! Triarii! Principes!
One of our units has used all its ammunition. Our general is under attack.
Your orders! Fire on the enemy! Commander! Commander! Domine! Domine! Ready and waiting! Spear infantry at your command! Principes!
Right, you're the flanking unit.
Triarii! Levy slingers! Roma!
Hey, General, break off this way. Your job is sweep the back and destroy their units.
Infantry at your command! Ready! Your orders! Levy slingers!
Slingers,
Triarii!
actually Triari, push on to these. Right,
Levy slingers! Orders! Roll! Roman spears ready! Levy
right, you guys there. We've lost, we destroyed their cav, which is exactly what I wanted. Triari,
General! We obey! Quickly now! Levy slingers!
right, General up here. You guys fire into there. You guys start to come into. Oh, nope. You guys hit those.
Into flying wedge formation! To engage!
Right, their general got away, which is a pain in the neck. It's an uphill charge, but into slingers. So we're holding here. These guys are quite literally firing into these. These guys are breaking.
Levy! Roma invicta!
Right,
Jupiter gives us strength! Your order! Proud Romans all!
right, these velites have gone. Hey, come on, break, 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 break.
We obey! Brave Romans to a man! Advance at speed!
You guys are just actually. You guys try and chase these guys off. You guys into there.
General! Orders!
Right, you guys fall onto these.
Your orders! Triarii!
Triari in there.
Sons of Mars!
Right,
Victor! Forward! Principes!
right.
We await your command! Levy slingers!
Slingers into the center here.
Romans!
Wait.
Ready for duty! Orders!
Got a feeling big chunks of this army is going to get away. Those are Italian citizens, their garrison.
Riders at the double!
I'd really like to wipe this army out if possible. But you can always guarantee one idiot gets past. Getting, wow, that's a pretty rubbish charge.
Spear infantry at your command!
I think you guys have done enough damage. General, fire that.
Principes! Mars aid us!
Wasting that unit really, sending it over there. These guys are broken. I think the general, like, you come over here and support that Principes. That's Italian Guard. Italian Guard. Hoplite Etruscans. These are probably, yeah, these are Hoplite Italia. So I'm just going to push it into these. Where's my general? There's these heavy cav. Triari, I think. Right, this is light spear infantry. Kill off those slingers. Okay, these guys are dying. We're doing okay here, guys. You guys chase these off. Yeah, the general's winded. That's the problem. Hey, he's going to hit that guy up here. Yeah, these guys are dying. What we got left here? That's Italian Guard. That's the garrison. Right. General, you rack up plenty of kills chasing those guys. And what we got left here? You're fresh, you're winded, you're tired. Trari, pull back. General, are you having fun here? Okay. General, back over here. Right, these guys are getting dispersed. Their formation is broken. General back. I'm just going to speed up, guys. I'm just going to have to grind these guys down, but I want to destroy them completely. Continue. I want these guys completely dead. I'm pretty sure this is a unit from the army. That's about it. I'm just going to quit battle, end battle. This is the garrison. We lost 165, we killed 1,850. We barely took any damage. The general did very well. Killed 390. Right, the garrison is down. Got 2 units in the army got away. What a pain. Oh, the faction's destroyed. Thank you, game. And I want you back into Rome.
A true Roman's work is never done.
Right.
We hunger for battle.
You guys are recruiting.
Commander.
And what we got in Arretium. We can knock that down because we don't need a field of Mars. Well, we could have a field of Mars if we wanted to, because then we could get auxiliary barracks. But I think I'd rather go for the cash. I think that's all we can do this turn, guys. I'm just going to go for an end turn. And of course we've got an edict. So the first thing we're going to do is put in the Spreading games in there for the moment till we get everything settled here. And the other thing is, certainly want our faction leader to be a knight commander. Got no traditions. I'm just going to go for an intern. After serving as consul, this man has his command extended by the Senate to glory to Rome. Who the heck is this? Research complete. Land management scholarship. Hidden agent exposed. Increase in rank. Of course it's winter, so we're going to have to... And we don't have that much in the way of cash. Now the problem I've got here is that the Epirus has the ability to move quite long distances. We're going to pull this up. Actually, we're going to pull this army back. It's the other side for the moment. They won't be able to move this side. And my instinct is to get another unit in there. You just stand in the garrison for the moment. A couple more turns and we should have the... There, we've got a salt mine running. And we've got an agent here.
What do you wish of me?
What can you do? Chance of evading the agents, I think that could be... I think we'll just give you that. This is the army they're building up. Oh, isn't this fun, guys? Isn't this fun? So, you're recruiting there. I think we can probably combine these two armies at the moment. Once we get this army down to here. And that give me 15. I really want the artillery though, but I'm not going to be able to get it at the moment. I mean, I could pump. How bad is the public order here? You have 31. You have 20. If I pump the taxes, that's not going to do me any good. It's not going to be enough money. Right, we may have to try and beat the Epirus in a field battle to start with, and then maybe this army can pick up the artillery. I mean, I'd like to get... Yeah, I think that's all we can do. Just going to go for an end turn, guys. Okay, guys, what we've got, let's just close that. Seems Epirus has come forward to attack. Now we can reach these guys. We can also reach these. We go in with a 2-army attack. Hopefully they will accept battle. Ah, you yozos. Can we get you any closer? Oh, you can still reach. We've got a great opportunity here, guys, to really damage Epirus. They've got a... Well, they've got cav. They've got technical cav superiority courtesy of the elephants. They've got some there, but of course we're going to fight this, so we're just going to get straight in. And I think this will be the battle that completes this part. I'm going to start deployment. Now my reinforcements are coming in from here. What I'm going to do is put these guys here. These guys are technically expendable. We're going to just actually we'll just put them in these trees here for the moment. Right. And I'm not going to go pushing down here until I've formed up the battle line, so I think that's what we can do. Just going to, I think, just speed up a little bit during this initial phase. I doubt very much if Epirus will actually come at us. Yes. Get the armies on the battlefield. This is a great opportunity if we can pull it off. I think what we're going to do is have these guys here, and we're going to go away steam. Steam always seems to appear. I don't want this battle line to be too wide, actually, come to think of it. And it's going to bring these guys forward. I think you can come over here. Terrari can come in the center. Generals, I'm going to need you, but at the same time I've got to be a bit careful. So we're just going to, oops, why am I on slow speed? Right, let's just get all these armies in position. Is there anyone dawdling at the back? Nope. Now the problem is we're going to have to take the charge of the elephants. And we're going to have to deal with their cav. If we can drive their cav off the field, we should be okay. Right, just let these units get into position first. I'm guessing that they're going to be down around here somewhere. But there's also a possibility there's a bit of a rise there. They may go that way. Right. Let's bring the legions forward. I think we'll keep you guys on that side. I think we'll put the Terrari on this side. We've got the guys hidden in the shrubs over here. You can come over this way and you can be supported with these. We keep the generals a bit close in at the moment. Just going to get the Terrari in position. They're down there. I can see. Well, there was a brief flash. I'm just going to get the Terrari in position. Now I'm going to keep them fairly tight because we've got to resist that initial charge from the elephants. Actually, I think what we might do is just have some of these guys here. We'll put you on skirmish mode. Right, whole army, move forward. Just going to drop you down a little bit of speed. Now we're not going to rush forward too quickly. I'm just going to get ready to halt because I don't want to charge in. Not sure why I've got these Principes in the middle here. I think they're down there, so I think we're going to turn the line a little bit that way. And must really learn how to rotate with the Alt key. Every time I do it, everything goes wrong, and I'm not going to risk that in this battle. And I think you guys can come there and support that side. I think you guys just move up to there. Slingers, general. Now their cav are going to try and flank, so I'll keep the Terrari back. Actually, I'll keep the slingers back as well. There we are. There's the elephants. I think you guys just open up that slot to let the Principes in. I'm just going to slow up. You guys just move forward a little bit. You straighten the line a smidge. Archers, I don't know what the heck. Slingers, I don't know what the heck you're doing. In this. Oops, nope. What's this? To receive cav.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Jupiter gives us strength.
Ready for orders.
Terrari. Slingers come up this way. You guys just come over that way.
Yours to command. Proud Romans all.
I think the spears have accounted for themselves quite well. The elephants are coming round there. That's a slight cause for concern.
Our general is under attack.
Yeah, he's probably under attack from slingers, idiot slingers. I think just keep the skirmish effect. I think you guys can start to move forward in the centre.
Yours to command! Italian spearmen! Romans, ready for duty! General! In the name of Rome! Commander! Ready!
Right. Slingers.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Principes start to move forward. Right.
General! Arretium! Sons of Mars! Sons of Mars!
Jupiter gives us strength. Ready.
I'm a little bit worried about these elephants on this flank here.
At your service!
Ready and waiting. Quick march. Ready and
I mean, these guys can resist the charge if necessary.
Jupiter gives us strength! Italian spearmen!
Okay.
Orders!
8. They're actually leading my units astray.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
You guys come in behind. 8. Don't go too far away.
Sons of Mars! Ready and waiting!
Oops, get it you out, because you've got to remember with the Roman formations.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Get ready to take the charge. You guys push in there.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay. You guys engage these.
Units has used all its ammunition.
Got the elephants, Terrari, round comp. Now, we can't afford to parade our generals all around the map, but what we can do is you guys come around that side. Right, these guys have gone. You chase them. The elephants are broken on this side.
Sons of Mars! Brave Romans to a man! Missile infantry ready! Romans, ready for duty!
Right, cav.
Ready for orders! Mars, aid us! Ready and waiting! And ready! Spear infantry to command!
Spear infantry in that side.
Got command!
Terrari round the
Men
back.
are wavering.
Who's wavering?
Ready and waiting!
Probably my slingers coming in to attack me.
Ready and waiting!
Attack probably. I think you guys can pull back.
We obey!
Slingers round here. There's my other general. Wait, what are you doing up there? Who's this? Got all about those guys.
Advance at speed! Heavy
Okay.
slingers! Ready for orders! General! Ready and waiting! Yours to command! General! Tribunus! Orders! Your orders! Ready! Mandata tuum! Brave Romans to a man! Spearmen, ready for at your service!
I mean, to be honest, I'm not worried about the slingers.
Into flying wedge formation! Victoria, lead us! Withdraw!
Our men flee the field of battle.
Okay,
This is a shameful
put away.
Missile infantry at your general! To advance! Bend Italia! Orders! Your orders!
You guys run for cover. Don't say I don't. You guys get in on these. Right, these guys are pinned.
Roma invicta.
Right, guys come down here. And General, you pull away because we now got these guys trapped. Hey. Got them. Okay, General, you pull out here. Right, I think you guys are probably doing more damage than anything. You chase those. General. Slingers this way. You guys keep putting a shield up for these. Principes round here. Right. That cav's gone. We've got total cav superiority now. General, this way. Right, Principes. Right, I think we got over here. They got 4 of those units left. Slingers. Okay, there's a who's this heavy phalanx unit? Right, slingers, go away. I don't need to do any more. General, kill these. You're tired. Anyone really badly damaged? You pull out. General here. You stay that side, you stay that side. So that when the time comes, we can... In they go. This is the early Hastati. I mean, we could give... continue. I want these guys absolutely, completely dead. Just going to speed up a little bit, guys. We want this army completely and utterly smacked. Hey, cut it out! I told you. And we did pretty well there, guys. I mean, the Italian millet, even these guys managed to do pretty well. That's it, end battle. We lost 397. We lost a big chunk from a slinger unit. The unit I forgot all about. Apologies for that, guys. And I think we've completely wrecked this army, which is exactly what we wanted. I think we killed the general, but that now opens up the gateway to Taurus, which is absolutely fantastic. Decisive victory. I mean, I'm not worried if this guy actually... Yeah, he's just left with the general. Oh, we took them down completely. Wow. That is really great. And we can't advance any further. But what I am going to do is just put these two armies together, just in case Ephraim gets any delusions of grandeur. What I will do is now... Then they don't have an army over here, so I think what we will do is just bring this army up as well, so that they can get in on the action. So I want you down here. Just can't deploy. We've still got a bit of a public order issue here. We've got a little bit of cash to spend. And it looks like we may not even need the artillery. And I think now we can just expand this. What's the culture like here? Well, we're falling at the moment, so I think maybe we can... I think we can get, once we got rid of these guys, I think we can do it. So I think what I'll do is I'll risk that in here in Beneventum. And these guys are recruiting. But I think this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. I say in the next part we will push on Taurus, and then that will unify Platinum and Italia. And then our focus will then switch on up to here against these up here, so that we can get the 3 provinces. And then where we go from there will depend. I think, well, just to wind this part up, guys, seeing it's the first part, I'll give you an overall concept of the strategy that I'm going. Now, I'm not going to prioritize attacking Carthage, Egypt, and the Seleucids, which will be over here, simply because I want these to become powerful factions. So we got something to fight in the mid to late game. So unless Carthage declares war on us, I'm not going to do that. And then as we push here, I may even support Carthage or Egypt or the Seleucids against this. So what I'm looking to do is build in the mid to late game a kind of 4 empires or 3 empires stood by, and plus anyone else that grows. And then that will make life a lot more interesting in the late game. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you've enjoyed this first part, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.